Yeah. From Kentucky to the world, it's the season of the scale. Creole butterfly, spread them wings, girl. Yeah. Yeah. Born to shine, Libra balance in her soul. Creole roots deep, got that heart of gold. Butterfly in motion, grace when she fly. Every room she step in, the stars multiply. Dr.Creole, wisdom with the style. That Kentucky vibe, make the world smile. Energy, crown sitting high. Royal Libra season, can't nobody deny. Creole butterfly, Libra queen tonight. Glowing like the moon in that southern light. From Kentucky fields to the city dream. She the vibe, she the balance, she the queen supreme. Smooth with the talk, yeah, she calm the storm. Butterfly wings, transformation form. She lifting up hearts with the words she say. A Libra queen guiding us all the way. Hey, Kentucky pride, rhythm in her veins. Creole fire running through her name. She walk by, the whole crowd sing. Long live the queen, let the bell of love ring. Yeah, butterfly, don't you slow it down. Dr.Creole in the royal crown. Balance in the spirit, love in her hand. Libra queen, ruler of the land. Creole butterfly, Libra queen tonight. Glowing like the moon in that southern light. From Kentucky fields to the city dream. She the vibe, she the balance, she the queen supreme, yeah. So spread your wings, let your soul be free, yeah. Dr.Creole butterfly, eternally, Libra queen, forever strong. Kentucky vibe, where you belong.
What's going on, everybody? This is your girl, Creole Butterfly, Libra Butterfly, Coco 929, coming to you from the great state of Kentucky, where the women are beautiful and the horses are fast. The horses are beautiful and the women are fast. It just really depends on what you like. I want to say happy birthday, happy quinceañera, happy anniversary, happy bar mitzvah to Lottie Dottie and every darn body under the sound of my voice. And once again, I see that my computer can't type because what is abs? Anywho, you know I'm the upper of the smooches, so you get a smooch, everybody gets a smooch. All right. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. What's up, Miss Cruiser girl? Miss Cruiser, you got these streets on fire, girl. I said, what my Miss Cruiser do? Oh my God. Y'all leave her alone. Oh my goodness. But okay. And they calling you, Miss Cruiser, the queen of the church sector, girl. You the queen of the church sector. I said, come on, Miss Cruiser, make a name for yourself, boo. I'm tripping, y'all. Okay, so let's get into it. Y'all know I love me some King Jives. Y'all do. Let's make that clear. Okay. I love me some official King Jives. Shout out to him. Y'all know I'm one of his mods on one of his channels. Or I was, or is, I'm not sure. Okay. Because for some reason, I'm not catching none of his lives. Absolutely none of them. Okay. And I'm not blocked. So that's why I added his name in the title and everything to give you credit for, if you want to see the whole video, go over there. Now, Conscious TV is on here. I think they shared this. I'm not sure. But I want to talk about it. Now, that me being one of Jive's mods, I was over there the night that Bishop Bernard Jordan and Manasseh brought their happy hips over to his channel. Okay. Now, I feel some type of way. I felt some type of way that night. I'm going to tell you why. I was asked, did I want to be one of the people that Jives invited to sit with them and Jordan for this thing he was trying to do? And I said, absolutely not. I said, I really believe that if it's something that is meant to be shared when Jabs come back, he's gonna share it with his mods and others. I said, but I don't feel this. Now, while this whole live was going on, y'all, with Jabs and Bishop Benoit Jordan and Manasseh, which is Jordan's son, just in case y'all don't know that, okay? I don't want to assume that everybody knows what this is. It felt funny. Now, on other platforms, okay, even St. James platforms and different ones like that, Bishop Jordan kept talking about Jabs. He wanted to talk to Jabs. He wished Jab, blah, blah, blah. So when Jabs went live to talk about the craziness, Bishop Jordan got in touch with him some way, and he invited him on his platform, okay? So what's up, Charlie Boo? So when Jabs invited Bishop Benoit Jordan on his platform, he had a sheet. Actually, he had several sheets because he had it to where he wanted to ask different questions about different things, okay? The whole time, Jabs really could not ask his questions because the conversation kept going up to Larry Reed, okay? If you don't know who Larry Reed is, you're really living under a rock here on YouTube, okay? Go Google him, okay? Go on over. He's there. Anyway, so Jabs was like, look, I got questions. I took my time and I put these questions together. I really want to ask y'all some questions. So at every time he tried to go to ask one of his questions about what Benoit Jordan was trying to do, what was the financial strategies and all the things of the things. Hey, twin mama. Every time he tried to ask that, the conversation veered back to Larry Reed. Okay, so in the chat, they was wearing them out in the chat though. I mean, they really were. And I kept saying, it's something not right about this. See, here's the thing. If you are a king or you are the grand poobah of the bishops and the prophets and all the things of the things, you don't bring yourself off your pedestal to come down and deal with common folk. Feel me? Now, this I forgot, master prophet means you the main one that everybody's supposed to look up to be like you. Well, if you now mingling with us common folk, what does it say about your status? Now, I didn't go for all the hoopla. I'm not knocking the man. Do he have the gift? Absolutely. I love his wife. Okay, let's make that straight. I love his wife. Okay. She's quiet, but you can tell she's regal and she's powerful. Okay. I love his wife. I think he lost stock coming down. I would have let that play out however it played out, and I would have stayed on my palace, my pedestal. Okay. So that night, like I said, I was modding. I'm in the chat, and I heard him say, what I want to do is get all the YouTubers, the vloggers that talk about church things. I want us to all come together and make a network, and we'll be like the next Charlie Kirk. Well, that's not an aspiration that I have, is to be like no Charlie Kirk. If you like them, you like them. Okay. I'm not knocking that, but that's not my aspirations. You feel me? So, and they was like, explain a little bit more what you mean by that, because at the time, I think it was around the time when the man had just lost his life. So, he was like, well, how he had a whole lot of people following him, billionaires, millionaires, whatever. Okay. They was following him and supporting his movement and all this. And if the vloggers get together and create a network that talk about church stuff, then we can all, we can make a movement. We can make differences. It sounds good. Okay. When you talk about it, it sounds good. Me personally, I was wishing that Jabs wouldn't have never did it. The whole time this conversation was going on, I was hoping he wouldn't fall for it, because I just don't see him being okey-doked or wooed by the conversation. I don't. Whether you like Jabs or not, he's standing his own. Okay? When he messed up, he tell you he messed up, He's just who he is. I like people who they who they are. They don't try to be nobody different. They don't try to, it just is what it is. Okay. So last night, let me play a little bit of this. That's just what I want y'all to see. Okay, so Jabs went. Official King Jabs went. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. And he felt comfortable enough asking the Grand Poobah Master Prophet for a loan, not a gift, but a loan, because of the relationship that he was building with all of them. Okay. And somehow something got back that was a lie, and Jabs didn't know it. And baby, when I tell you it was hell to pay the captain, it was hell to pay the captain. And I'm gonna finish from me being there that night. So hold on, let me pull this up so y'all can hear this real quick. And this is why I don't like this, y'all, because it makes us, those of us who love the Lord and preach His word and all this and stuff, it make us look. It just make people ain't got no stock in preachers anyway. But then when you got one that's supposed to be the Grand Poobah of all poobahs, and he's acting common, but it's being exposed. I told y'all 2025 was the shakeup. Anything that can be shook will be shook. And we've seen it all year. I told y'all, from the government all the way down to the pulpit, the church house, and all the way through entertainment. I said the weather's gonna be crazy. We're gonna have more earthquakes. Hey, we just had one here in Kentucky yesterday. Okay. So I mean, it's just fulfilling, it's exposure. Where some of y'all put these people, you are finding out they just like you. Okay? They just like you. So this is Conscious TV. This is CTV. I always love his hair. Don't he look animated though? I love his hair. He's a nice looking guy. And I love Jives too, y'all. So anyway, I got this on Jives channel. By me being one of his mods, I don't think he'll, be upset if I bring light to this. But I think they shared this. I'm not sure. So if you want to see the whole video, it's a 4-hour video. I think it's 4 hours and 40-something minute video, an interview and everything. It was interesting. Okay, here we go.
Now I'm wrong for saying, well, Bishop, I need, you're telling me you're going to make me a millionaire.
Wait a minute, let me go back a little bit.
And I mean, you want to develop a relationship with me where and see, I don't like these things, because now where it's like it becomes murky and messy, and I'm just like, I'm not trying to have that tumultuous, messy relationship. And if you're watching, Larry, just roll with me when I say this, because I'm not trying to do.
He's telling about the conversation that they had, y'all. This is interesting. He's telling about the conversation that he had. Just listen. Okay?
This with you. I'm not trying to have a messy, stingy, messy relationship like a Bishop Jordan and a Larry Reed.
Oh, and we're going to go to the part where they bring up my boo-boo Cruiser, Miss Cruiser. We got to bring up that part too. Lord have mercy. Let's go.
Because we're not that. So you're coming in this and you're trying to
say, well, what makes you
wait. So you're wanting to develop a relationship with me because you came in wanting to develop one with me.
Okay. So what Jazz is explaining is how the master prophet, because I don't want to disrespect this man, the master prophet, Bernard Jordan, came in wanting to have a relationship, a business relationship with him. Okay. This is what he's explaining, because he just found out some information. So now he's like, let me tell what really happened. And that's what happened that night. That's what I'm saying. I was there. I was there for the whole thing. Let's go.
And I'm like, okay, I'm open arms because you came in wanting to develop one with me. And I'm like, okay, cool. Let's see how it goes. You're saying to do all of these things. You're saying, let's work it out. Let's do this. Let's go. Oh, Jives, I would love for you to come here. Oh, join us. Oh, we travel a lot. What would you like? You would like to travel with us? We go overseas a lot. Would you like to travel with us, Jives? And I was like, oh, that's interesting, Bishop. So now I'm wrong for saying, well, Bishop, you're telling me you're going to make me a millionaire.
So that's supposed to be the thing. They were all supposed to be, he could help them become millionaires. Okay, I'm going to make you a millionaire is what he said. All right. So Jobs didn't feel it wrong. And especially by them, coming together and them talking and all this and stuff for him to say, because you helping other people. Let's get that straight. You're helping other content creators. Okay. So Jobs felt like, well, me and you talking, let me tell you what my need is right now. Let's go. Here y'all go. Check us out.
Telling me you're going to make me a millionaire, but I'm wrong for saying, well, Bishop, I need some help here.
Okay, but before we go any further, I think we need to acknowledge that just like you tiptoed out of the relationship when you saw that it was messy, who did that first was Dr. Reed. He set the path for leaving Bernard because it's messy. So just...
I got to admit, when Larry Reed left, okay, said Bishop, people ate him up. Okay? I'm going to tell the truth over here. And even if I don't like you, I'm going to tell the truth on you. You know why? Because integrity is everything to me. So Larry Reed, when he left and he was telling some stuff, and he kept on saying, I don't want nobody to disrespect my ex-father in the ministry. If you do, I'm going to block you. This is not what this is. That's what he first said. He said, this is not what this is. I just want y'all to know I have parted ways. He told how long he had parted ways from Bishop Bernard Jordan. Okay. So when he came back on is because the Jordans had said some stuff. So Larry was like, okay, I'm trying to hold my peace. I don't want to expose all this stuff, but y'all keep coming for me. Okay. So that's how it started going down from there. I'm going to tell you what changed. What changed was after Jabs them went to where Bishop Bernard Jordan them held this supposedly conference. There was a video and a picture taken of Larry Reed in the airport and Bishop Bernard Jordan, to where Bishop Bernard Jordan kissed Larry Reed on his jaw and took a picture with him. And you could tell on Larry's face he wasn't forward, but it just looked so suspect because you took this time to talk about this man. Here you are, the grand poobah of all the bishops, and you don't took your time to kind of destroy this man in a sense on any platform that you go on. And all of a sudden, now you're going to be hugged up with him and take a picture with him? Come on, man. Come on, man. In my Boosie voice, come on, man. No, that don't sit right. It don't sound right. It don't look right. If it walk like a duck and it quack like a duck, it's a dang there duck. Okay? Let go.
To clarify that.
No, I'm not saying I'm not saying nothing. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? The messiness, and I'm not trying to whatever. Right. Okay.
It's clarified now.
Okay.
Clarified. Okay. Continue forward. Well, let's kind of deepen the discussion, Giles, okay? Because we got a lot to get into tonight. But, what I find interesting about you being denied this loan, for one, is it's interesting because you were denied a loan, not only by a man who claims to have immense wealth and have an overpouring cup of resource, but you also asked that from a man who not only has the means to have done something like that for you, to your point, as somebody who came in acting like he was interested in your well-being and expanding you and making you a millionaire and liberating.
Here's the thing. When the story got back on another, supposedly, I'm going to say allegedly, do I got my allegedly floating around here? Hold on, y'all. Let me get my allegedlys up. Let me get me allegedlys up. There we go. Okay. All right. Y'all don't forget to like and share this video, okay? Please and thank you. Yeah. So here's the thing. And I know some of y'all like, what? I know, y'all. I know. This is the church sector. Okay. And y'all think the beef sector and the Mo3 sector and all the other sectors got a lot going on. Baby, ain't nothing going on more than the church sector right now. When I tell you that dag blasted church sector is on fire with the mess, everything is right. Thank you, Charlie Boo. Honey, it's a mess, okay? Because if you don't know who he is, Google Bishop Bernard Jordan. It should come up Master Prophet. It should come up he's a millionaire. It should come up he's got a network. It should come up a whole bunch of other stuff. Now, I think his baby boy, and his name is Manasseh. Let me tell y'all something. Let me do a sidebar real quick. If I wasn't saved, and baby, if Manasseh wasn't saved, and well, I ain't gonna say what they say he does. I don't know nothing about that man. I'm gonna keep my respect for him. But I think Manasseh is fine. Oh my goodness, he is fine. Baby, yeah. I'm just talking about Manasseh right now. What's up the hood table, boo? Girl. It is, honey. Oh, let me get back to this. So, I'm sorry, y'all. But I made some chicken sauce. This stuff is banging. And it's got all this stuff coming out because it got all the herbs. Anyway, back to what I'm talking about. So, I was there that night that Bishop Bernard Jordan and Manasseh came over to Jive. So, I wanted to give my 2 cents on what I saw from my own ears and heard and everything when it all got set up. It all went down like good gas gone up, okay? So, therefore, and for Elise, this is where we at now because Jives actually took his happy hips with some more people. And what I like about Jives, he actually took a witness. He took his friend Darius with him so that it just wouldn't be his word. You feel me? Because, honey, you got to take a witness. The Bible even said to bring an elder or witness. Honey, you got to take a witness because some of these people, baby, they're a lot of Jesus. You heard me? They would, honey, they would lie to their mama with a belt in her hand saying, I saw you with my own eyes. They'll be like, Mom, it wasn't me. I'm just saying, okay? So this is so sad because everybody knows if you've been watching Jives, you know that right now financially he's in the bind, okay? He reported a story and the story was correct, but something happened with that. The man took him to court. And now he's got to pay like restitution or whatever to this guy, okay, when he went to court. Jives can tell his own story, and he has told his own story. So y'all can go to his channel and find it, okay? But right now, he's in a financial bind, all right? So he was feeling like when me and this bishop, he called me in. He wanted to connect with me. He wanted my panel, my influence. He's doing for everybody else. Let me ask him for a loan, okay? Now, this is a millionaire. The bishop's a millionaire 10 times over, okay? So he asked him for a loan. Not can I have. He said, can you loan me 20 grand? That's a business deal. Loan. He's not asking you to give it to him. You can write that off on your taxes, baby. You a millionaire. Right now, the government is for millionaires. It ain't for the little people, And the answer was absolutely not. But you helping all the other bloggers that's connected to you that all came in with me. And CTV broke that down so good. Oh my God, y'all gotta go watch this video, y'all. It's animated, it's laughable, but it's a hurtful thing too, especially when you find out that people have lied on you and it's distorted the truth, But it was a good live. It really was a good live. So, go over to CTV, Conscious TV, and you can see it all. This is the man right here. He's conscious right here. All right. And it's CTV, and this is King Jives. All right. So let's go real quick because I'm not gonna play all that stuff. I just want to hit this real quick.
Rating you, but you also ask that from someone who is Christian, someone who identifies as a follower of Christ. And if I'm not mistaken, almost Jesus' entire ministry is predicated upon the liberation of those who are unfortunate, those who are in need, those who are vulnerable, and actually calls for those who have to decide if people have an immediate need and you have the means to immediately remedy that need, to do just that. Ask the bleeding woman who barely crawled her way through just to get a touch and a whiff of Jesus's garbs and was immediately liberated. Or the blind man who was immediately liberated. Or using their platform in all the ways that he's saying you guys need to elevate it from, and is openly monetarily supported.
Okay, so right here is where CTV pulls up proof that Bishop Bernard Jordan, y'all see right here, $2.99, is supporting William McCray on the live, turn down Larry Reid. What's up, Jess Andrea? He dropped him $299.99. Okay. So he,
supporting the slander of Pastor Justin D. Edwards and Dr. Larry Reid at the hands of Wilhelmina Bartholomew McCray. So there is definitely something hypocritical about the way this narrative is being spun, but more importantly, Bishop isn't even leading from example.
Facts.
How can you instruct Giles and McCray and Sean and everybody else to elevate what they're doing while you're actively using these same people to do things out of your...
Which makes sense, okay? It makes sense. We're going to fast forward it. I love CTV, but honey, the way he breaks down stuff, it takes forever, but I love him because he's got his own way.
Now we're talking about people stink? Like, what is really going on?
You in the hood now, baby, when you over in this motherfucker. We don't play no game. So, bitch, mind your mouth.
So now we're not spiritually, we're not spiritually conscious anymore. We're not there. Like, that's what we are. So now we're not teaching those things anymore.
But to help the people understand, baby, we got to go back to the beginning.
He said I was must. He said I was must. So that the...
Oh my God! Here we go.
What is going on?
He's laughing because he's trying to calm himself down. But here we go. After he say his piece, we're gonna move on. Okay.
The people are here for a clarity, so we got to really lay this out, right? Okay.
No, conscious. No, I want to understand. This is what I want to understand. So the bishop has stooped down from his sanctity level, and he's telling people that he stepped down from his conscious level, and he's telling people that I am musty.
Look at Jerry.
I want to know who had an odor in Orlando. Yeah. I came in this thing for the money, and I said, if this thing has anything to do with Larry Reid, I'm out. If we're going to make some money, let's make some money. But if we're going to keep entertaining Larry Reid, I'm out this motherfucker. That's what I said. But you could not stop dribbling and drooling over Larry. And when I saw that picture and I saw that video, I said, y'all, I
told you. When he saw that picture and that video of them in that airport, them being Master Prophet Bernard Jordan and Larry Reid, this was after they had went to this so-called conference to talk about so-called making millionaires, and it wasn't that. It was a disguise to talk about yet again Larry Reid, okay, and what has happened and stuff. He was like, I'm done. Now, Jab said it on his live. Jab said, I ain't talking about Larry Reid no more. Don't care about Larry Reid. I'm done. If anything, if y'all want to keep talking about him, y'all can talk about him, but I will not. So the fact that he stood on principle and said, if this got anything to do with some Larry Reid, I'm out. That's what he said on his own platform. That's exactly what he said on his own platform, because he was tired of talking about that man. Okay, so before I go all the way out for her, let's go. I think it's right. Hold on.
Was y'all planning for this shit? Y'all wanted me to sit up out here and talk about Larry so y'all can say, oh, Larry gonna sue Jives. Y'all wanted that to be the next shit right there too? Cause seemingly all y'all motherfuckers know each other. Ain't that some fuck shit?
The expressions in the message and the words that is said about other people other than the host is not the host's opinions nor thoughts. Okay? All right, let's go.
Ooh. Oh, I guess that shit didn't happen. Oh, okay. Won't be happening here, motherfucker. Huh?
Because he had just found out some stuff, y'all. Like I said, you can look at Jives, because that's whose thing I got up, a Fisher King Jives show. Or you can look at Conscious TV, and you can get it's a 4-hour and 44-minute video, but it's very interesting, okay? Let's go on a little bit more. Let's go right here.
On pending lawsuits, baby. Okay? Can we take up a seat in an office?
Hold on.
Baby, y'all brought the purse. Baby, y'all brought the purse to the peoples. You brought the purse. I didn't ask for Bishop Jordan. Let me tell y'all how this shit worked. I didn't ask for Bishop Jordan. I didn't ask for his pocketbook. I didn't ask for his son. I didn't ask for none of it. And as a matter of fact, to be very honest with you, and I still have the text messages before I even talked to Bishop Jordan. Now, clock that T.
There you go. There's you go. There's you go. And y'all know I've interviewed St. James over here, so you know my platform don't have no issues with St. James. I report it all, okay? I report it all. So I'm fair. I'm fair across the board, okay? I'm Ferragamos. That's how fair I am.
Now, who the fuck is St. James? They told me I was going to have to get clearance through motherfucking St. James before I even talked to Bishop Jordan. Now, did Larry have to go through St. James before he talked to Bishop Jordan? Did William have to talk to St. James before he talked to Bishop Jordan?
Here we go.
Anything.
Let me tell you something. He wasn't gonna give it to me. He wasn't gonna give it to me anyways. And I'm being serious with you. He wasn't gonna give it to me. Let me tell you why. I knew he wasn't gonna give it to me anyways, because for me, I already knew, because I was not bending over backwards the way he wanted me to. I was not doing the things that he wanted me to.
See, a lot of people can be controlled with the purse string. As long as I got the money, I can make you dance and do what I want you to do. But when you get people like y'all, me, and then, you know, Jives and all of us that stand on principle, I don't care how much money you got. You can't buy me because I cannot be bought. How about that? Okay? Cannot be bought. I've been getting it. God been blessing me. He going to continue to bless me. All right? So you keep your money over there. I keep giving it to people who will dance and do what you want them to do for some money. Okay? That's not what we're doing over here. Not at all. So I get that. And, you know, when you don't dance how people want you to dance, they have an issue with you. We see that now with the government. I mean,
in your bank account, you couldn't have took $20,000 of that and gave it as a loan to King Charles. You couldn't have took $20,000 out of Dr. Reed's $3 million and set up a payment plan for King Jobs. You got $3 million. We know you for a fact you got at least $3 million of Dr. Reed's coin over there. You couldn't have pinched 20K off for the king. We're just trying to make it make sense.
Baby, I was just trying to get to where the money resides. That's all I was trying to get to.
And you was in the right place at the right time with the right motherfucker. That's exactly where you residing at. The biggest fucking grifter in the black church, you had it to give. You asked the motherfucker that had it. So would it have been better for King James to have asked his supporters,
and so my
who are under a recession and living under Trump's
the queen
administration
of the
for 20? or to have
bitch, if somebody's sitting up here promising you the motherfucking world, bitch, you'll be sitting up here saying, hey, what's up? You got me out here doing X, Y, and Z. Bitch, you got me on calls. You got your consciousness, Bishop. And then the thing that he said back was body hygiene.
Josh didn't tiptoe out the sanctuary because he asked for a loan. He had been asked for a loan. He tiptoed out the sanctuary because the shit is messy and consistently about Dr. Reed and CTV. He didn't tiptoe away because he didn't get the loan. He had been not gotten the loan and was still a part of the group chats and all of that shit. He's not there because the shit is messy and he done seen all he needed to see that, oh, this ain't about what the hell you say it's about. And it's just that simple.
And then they turned around and asking me for my address.
Oh shit, I'm hitting shit by accident. Hold on. Turn around and ask you for your address. Oh, God.
They asked me for Conscious address and then turn around and ask me for my address.
And let's speak about that. All of that was an intimidation tactic. Bishop knows damn well he don't have to ask no fucking body for my fucking address. Said in an hour-long conversation to who the fuck I was talking to. So since I really can't do shit about CTV, let me go and try to intimidate CTV by passing a little message on to King Josh, because I know that King Josh and CTV got.
I'm trying to get to that point.
Bitch.
Oh God.
Go. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
you want me, Lola kids? You got 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Don't nobody want to come.
Anyway, y'all. Cruz, if you still here, boo, I forgot to mark it. I thought I had it marked, but yeah, they gave you your props as being the queen of the church sector, and you know they had their own opinion on whatever the way that you do whatever. Okay, but yeah, I said, oh, not my boo, not Miss Crozer. Not too much on Miss Crozer now. Not too much. But I know that Jibes is hurt. Y'all, that night, if I wasn't there, I would not be able to talk about what I'm talking about. Jibes did not want to have anything to do with this if it had nothing to do with money. Okay. If it, because that's how they came off that night is, they want to start a network and they want they want to start a network and they want the bloggers of the church sector to come together, and he's going to teach them how to become millionaires and how to make money and how to, be powerful and then, pass it down to those up under you that's bloggers, and we can take this over. We can shift the world. We can make some money. We can do this, and this. And the whole time I'm listening like, yes, what are you going to get out of it? So let me cancel this right here. Like I said, if y'all want to see the whole video, y'all can actually go over there to Official King Jives channel, and hold on, and it's actually over there on Official King Jives. Or if you subscribe to CTV, you can actually see it there. Let me tell you something. You got to be very careful when people promise you the moon, overpromise and underdeliver. Come on now. Shout out to Jay Wilson for that one. You got to watch people that overpromise and underdeliver. Okay. They promise these people, y'all going to get this, and this if you come together. And what I got from this, from listening to Jives last night, it wasn't nothing like that. Matter of fact, some people got into it, and then then Jives said something about Bishop lost his temple. So when things is not, if you come under the name of God, let's go here. When you come under the name of God and you're supposed to have something that's godly, okay, then it means that, God done told you, I touched you, I gave you instructions. And so this thing should be different all the way in. If you tell me we're going to come and sit up under you to learn how to make money and become millionaires, I want to learn how to make money and become millionaires, not talk about another Negro. We talked about him enough. You got a whole platform, a whole 3-day conference to talk about a dude? How does that make sense? Don't nobody else see something wrong with that but me? I must be confused on what they're talking. Okay, so let me break it down. Okay, so Bishop Benoit Jordan, him and Larry Reed parted ways. Okay, I gotta admit, Larry Reed tried to do it in an honorable way. Okay, at the time over on his platform, he wouldn't let nobody talk about Bishop Benoit Jordan in a bad way, you know, and all that and stuff. So, but then Bishop Benoit Jordan came out on St. James platform talking about some stuff. So then Larry said, I'm trying to keep my cool and not share too much, but y'all gonna push my hand. I'm paraphrasing. So then they went back on St. James and talked about some more. So then Larry came out and told his stuff. So it's been a back and forth, which looks very bad considering the level of status you want us to honor you in. Okay, so all of that. So then Bishop Janor, I'm not in the church, but you doing it. Oh, thank you, boo. Okay, so Bishop Benoit Jordan decided that he kept on mentioning Jive's name on different platforms. He would love to meet with him, talk to him, blah, blah, blah. So Jive was like, okay, tell him come on over here. Bishop can come on over here and click my link. Just let me know when. So Jabs himself had like 4 or 5 papers that night of questions that he wanted to ask. He actually had a platform. I mean, he had a form on how he wanted it to go. He wanted to ask this question, Bishop answer it, and then they move on to the next, you know. But it didn't go that way. It got to a point, I think Jazz was just like, I'm done with it. You know, we just gonna let Bishop talk what he want to talk and say what he want to say. So his son came over there too, Manasseh, with his fine self. Okay, stay focused, Creole. Okay, so Manasseh came over too, and they were talking about things about Reed. Okay, you know, and then about this platform, you wanted all the vloggers to come together and, you know, y'all going to have a conference. You're going to teach them how to make money and they can be the next Charlie Kirk and, you know, all this stuff. So Jazz was like, okay, if it's about money, I'm in. Who wouldn't say that? Especially if you're going through and somebody going to make you a millionaire. Of course, I'm going to be over to listen to see where it push. You going to pay for my hotel room and my food? Let go. Whatever holdback I had, you know, you paying for my hotel room and you paying for my food. Let go. You know? So of course I would have went too. And like I said, when the person asked me, because they know I'm a mod for Jabs and all this and stuff, if he would ask me if I wanted to be the one to go with him, would I go? I say absolutely not. I seen the uckery from the dough. Okay, I seen it from the dough. It just something about it wasn't right. It was too kiddish like. It was too, I'm gonna talk about you, I'm gonna tear you down, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that, then I'm gonna have my hand. I don't like people that throw stones and hide their hands. I ain't for it. I don't like it. I don't deal with people like that. And that's what it was to me. It's like, let me throw this out there and see what sticks. Let me toss this pebble through the river, you know, see if it skips all the way. I ain't for that. I'm too grown. I'm grown, okay? And mentally, emotionally, and every other way, I just don't like stuff like that. I like people who's upfront. You say what you mean what you said, whether it's bad or good, you stand on it. That's what I love, okay? That's why I'm drawn to people like that, because that's how I am. Good, better, and different, I'm the same, right? And so that night, all that, yeah, Catherine, I think you was in there too, baby. You one of his minds as well. And I was listening to Benoit Jordan, and I was not impressed. I've never been impressed. Like I said, he does have a gift. He has a very good gift for prophecy. He really does. Okay. But like I told y'all the other day, gifts come without repentance, meaning that if God give you something that's a gift, it ain't nothing that you did to get it. You can be a drunk, but if God wants you to prophesy, you're going to prophesy. Okay. So, you know, I'm not impressed with that. I'm just not. I hate the jibes. In a way, I'm going to say it's a twofold. One, I hate that he had to go down there and he didn't get what he went for. But another reason I like that he went down there, that he got to see what it really was. Okay, what it really was. The other thing is, now that he's back and all this and stuff, I hate that his name is being like besmirchified. Shout out to Lady Nika. I hate that his name is being besmirchified, for him having a standard. But in a sense, I'm glad it's being besmirchified because at least people know he can't be bought. You see what I'm saying? Like it's a twofold for everything. It's a twofold for everything. So when I was in the chat that night, like I said, they was eating them up. They was eating Bishop Bernard up in that chat. Okay. Some of them we had to block. But, because you don't have to be disrespectful just to say how you feel or what you think. But a lot of people in that chat wasn't going. We wasn't going. And I was like, this don't even sound right. It's a money grab to me. It's like I want all of y'all to come up under me and I'm going to make it to where I stay on top. This is how I felt like Bishop was talking about. He wants to be on top. Everybody else going to work and do this, and he going to get a percentage off of whatever y'all make. To me, that's how it was going to go down. I'm going to be the head poobah, okay? I'm going to teach y'all how to do whatever, and whatever y'all make, I get a percentage. I just didn't feel it. I did not feel it. And some of the vloggers that's in the church sector actually, they are part of it and they love the man and they gonna do what he say and all the things are the things, And like I said, I don't have a dog in the fight. I don't dislike Bishop Bernard. I don't like Bishop Bernard. You see what I'm saying? It's like I don't have a dog in the fight at all. I'm just telling you that I can hear BS a mile away. I can hear Bush a mile away. Some things, it just don't seem right. And my thing was, if you're a king, okay, now everybody honors this man as the master prophet, meaning that he's the one, he's the head of all prophets, okay? That's what they say. If you're a master prophet in something, you never lower your stock. You never come out. What did I tell y'all over here? I'm a queen. You think I'm going to come off my paddle to fight somebody? I'll be whatever you call me. Okay. Just because you say it don't mean it is. But I ain't going to argue with you about it either. This is just how my mindset is. I'm not knocking nobody who do. And me taking a stand like that don't make your stock go down. It's my stock that go down because I put myself on a certain level. I just refuse. It's come on now. So I don't know, but to me, it doesn't make the church look good. And in this season, we already have a lot of opposition against the church. Also, Cruiser, Miss Cruiser, she actually reports on that too. So, you may want to go over there and listen to Miss Cruiser and everything, because she be breaking it down too. I be up in her skies sometime, and then I go back and look at her videos. So yeah, y'all might want to, but y'all, like I said, that night I was over there and at first Jabs wasn't going. It's like he was like, "No, I don't even want to be a part of that." And then he actually said out of his mouth, if it's got anything to do with Larry Reed, he don't want to deal with it. And I don't blame him. I mean, you can only talk about somebody for so long, it becomes redundant. It's like either you obsessed with the person or you don't have no more commentary to give. Now, if they keep doing something, I can understand you bring them up. Well, they keep doing this, they keep doing that, so we got to talk about it. But if they didn't do that, and there's one thing that Jive said yesterday on CTV when he was interviewing him, he said, it made me wonder if it's really about the church sector and, Bishop Bernard Jordan doing something. I'm paraphrasing, y'all. He said he didn't invite Dawson Speaks. And he named some more people that does the church news and stuff. Because I listen to Dawson Speaks. Hey, Dawson Speaks is almost like a little bitty babble to me. So I listen to Dawson Speaks. But I was wondering about that. You went for, excuse me for lack of better words, you went for the messy bloggers. You didn't go for the church bloggers. You went for the messy bloggers. Okay. Me personally, I started seeing things when I saw him hit St. James, and he knew that Larry Reed and St. James didn't see it for one another, and Larry Reed was your son in the ministry, so you gonna flop on his enemy's platform? Come on now, come on, man. Come on, mine. In my bootsy voice, come on, mine. It just don't sound right, y'all. We just got to be better people, you know? And there's certain things that shouldn't be added amongst us. When you're on a certain level, you just got to, I saw what that was, and it was not how he presented to be them for real. I know that's right, Catherine. Okay? I'm just like, what in the French poodle is going on? It just don't make no sense, you know? And I hate that Jives got hurt behind this. Not hurt like he's just crumbled up and ain't gonna, you know, all this and stuff, but hurt that I trusted you guys against my better judgment. I trusted you, and this is what happened. What I thought was gonna happen happened, you know. And because I have a mind of my own and I have integrity, you know, and there's certain things I won't do, you find it that you can't help me financially, but you can help everybody else. It's like you punishing me for having integrity. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what you're saying, Catherine. Give me one moment. Let me click this up here. Hold on. Y'all, I will be interviewing King Jives. I'm waiting for his schedule to clear up and for us to get a good day. Let me see. He didn't invite Judge Alicia Thomas, who's in the church vlogger. However, he did invite the Juice Radio talk show to their conference, and she couldn't make it. Oh, okay. See, I don't know all of them. I know William McCray. I don't know him, but I'm talking about, I'm very familiar with William McCray. I'm familiar with, I didn't even know Tyrese was church sector. I thought he did other things and was just connected to Larry Reed, but they say he's in the church sector. St. James, Miss Cruiser, Official King Jives, Dawson Speaks. And that's all. That's all I know of the church sector, you know, is them right there. You know, it's just weird. You know, and I heard the other night, like I said last night in the interview, King Jives also brought up San Antonio. And if y'all don't understand what San Antonio is, that was when a beef sector blogger by the name of Jay Wilson invited him for the first meet and greet, and him to talk about, you know, blogging and how to become a well-known vlogger or whatever the case may be. So I don't know what I went down with that, but King Jives did mention, he said, just like what happened in San Antonio. So I don't know what happened in San Antonio. You'll have to, you know, look back on his videos to see and everything, or find Jay Wilson's video of the first meet and greet at San Antonio. So I know different people talked about different things, but as far as really, I have no clue, y'all. I have no clue. Let me see. Judge Alicia Thomas has been doing church content for quite some time. Okay, Judge Alicia Thomas. I'm gonna have to look her up. Okay. So yeah, y'all, it was deep. Like I said, CTB, the whole interview last night was and I love his hair. I do. He be wearing some of the best pieces. I mean, you could tell he spent money on his hair. His hair be, honey, he makes me as a woman feel ashamed. But honey, tomorrow I'm going for my new look for 2026 year. Tomorrow, the lady already told me I got my appointment. And so it just is what it is. I made up my mind. I always do something for the new year, and like mid-year, I always do something. So I didn't get a chance to go today to get my nose pierced because I was scared to get my nose pierced. I had a fake earring at first just to see if I was going to like it. So I didn't get a chance to go today because it's too cold in Kentucky to get my nose pierced. But I am going to do that for 2026. I want my nose piercing. And I ain't gonna tell y'all too much, but just know I'm gonna get my nose first, and then I'm gonna come on here and let y'all see what I've done to my hair. Okay. But yeah, y'all, don't let people buy you. You're not for sale. Don't let people buy you. I don't care what name they come in, bishop, pastor, evangelist of the Do-Wah Hickey show, you know, teacher, preacher. Don't let nobody buy you. And watch your, let me tell you, let me go ahead and give y'all prophecy for next year, okay? Y'all know I do this every year, so let me run this down really, really quick. 2026, okay, we still gonna feel a lot of this shaking that we felt like I told y'all we would. But 2025, we still gonna feel a lot of that. But I'm also seeing W's, okay? Witches, warlocks, okay, worship, and wonders. Okay. Now, a lot of y'all are going to have to get closer to God. Okay. You're going to have to. If not, you will be very deceived next year. A whole lot of things going to be revealed, and you're not going to know if it's true or not. That's how good it's going to be. You're going to hear stories. They're going to look like the real thing, and it's going to be fake. You're going to hear stories that's going to seem fake. It's going to be the real thing. Okay. There's going to be people that's going to be very accurate in what they're saying, but they don't belong to God. Catch that. I'm going to let y'all work it out what that means. Okay. It's going to be a lot of people that's going to say a lot of things, and they're going to go, oh, they were so accurate. They said, yeah, but you only want to hear from people who God has put his finger on. Okay. And let me tell y'all this too. Not everybody who prophesies is a prophet. I know people get that mixed up, but that's not true. And there's all type of prophets, okay? All right? I done got to the point now to where I don't even call myself one. I'm God's favorite daughter. You can take it for what you want, okay? Because everybody named Mama, just like everybody named Mama became a Christian. They was doing everything in the name of being a Christian. They was killing people in the name of Christian. They was doing stuff to kids in the name of Christians. So I don't even claim that no more. I'm just a God's favorite daughter. Okay, I'm favored by God. That's it. But you got church prophets that's govern over a church. You got people who prophesy that's not prophets. Catch that. They're not a prophet, but they got the gift of prophecy. Then you got prophets, and not too many of these that sit in the office of a prophet that governs, which is I. Okay. So I'm just saying, be careful. There's a lot of people who's coming in the name of a prophet, and they're a witch or a warlock. Witches and warlocks next year will be exposed. And some of your favorite preachers that you just love and everything gonna get exposed next year in droves. Okay? In droves. There's gonna be a lot of people who got a lot of money. They got this money illegally off the backs of God's people. By lying, manipulating, and all that, you're going to see them start to lose their footing next year. When I tell you, okay, you need to be a worshiper, like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you need to it shouldn't be a moment you're not worshiping God, telling God, thank you for this, thank you for my house, thank you for my mind, thank you for my kids, thank you for covering us, thank you for protecting. I mean, yeah, okay? So you're going to see wonders. Those that do will see wonders happen. Wonderful things happen. You're going to see creative miracles happen. You're going to see, like, when everybody else is losing their job, for some reason, they're going to find a way to keep you. You understand what I'm saying? That's what 2026 is. We're going into that, okay? And it's starting already. When I tell you exposure of the witches, the warlocks, and those that connect, baby, it's happening. It's happening. Let me see what you're saying, Catherine. Give me one moment. Let me see. This computer over here is so slow. Okay. Not my brand new one. Thank you, Charlie. You come on. Okay, here we go, right here. I think that what Pastor Carrie Bryant was wearing on Saturday night was very inappropriate. What happened to being modest? Okay. Let me see. And then this one, I'm waiting on it to pop up on this bigger screen. Prophet Khan told 12 people with 1,000 to come up to the altar with their seed yesterday. Okay, let me see. And then what does this one say? I always thought that prophet and his dome dabbled in witchcraft. Well, you know. you know. Okay, so let me comment on some stuff. I'm not going to get into whether God said or he didn't say, okay? Because, I would never have God snatch my life saying, you know, me telling y'all God didn't say something to somebody and he probably did. You know, I don't touch that. What I will say is there was a church, and I kept that and I didn't bring it up here. There was a pastor. Everybody in their church, okay, this church paid off all of their medical bills to a tune of $100,000. And the pastor's not rich, but they paid off all of their medical, everybody in their church, the pastor and his committee paid off all their medical bills so they can be debt free. When will we get to a point, all these pastors who, you know, if you sow this amount, you're going to do this. If you sow this amount, you know, 10,000, 12,000, 10, as 100 people here that got $21,000, you need to come and give to me and blah, blah, blah. Okay. What happened to the church giving back to the people? See, that's one thing I love about my grandfather. My grandfather was nowhere near a rich pastor at all. He started a program called Feed the People. Okay? And once a week, whatever money came in, they fed people for free. You ain't have to belong to the church or nothing. Other churches used to send their people in need to our church, and we was a smaller church. But if they was going to get put out of their house and they needed their rent paid, if water was cut off, LG&E, which is our electric, was cut off and stuff, they would send them to go over, that church will help you. And he would tell them, come to church Sunday. I'll see what my people can do. And he would say, is that person here that need help for their rent? Come up here, hold this pen. Y'all, this person's going to get put out. Can y'all give these people something? Can y'all give this person? And people would get up from their seats and go put $1, $5, $20, whatever they could to help a person keep their rent or to pay their LG&E and all this and stuff. When these bigger churches got doctors and lawyers and business owners and stuff, would not help them at all. So I find it hard to believe that, you know, a pastor needs another car, you know, to get to church, and he needs a 2026 model, and he needs all these tailor-made suits. Now, if you make your money outside, not off the back of the people of the church, that's different. Now, should pastors get paid? Absolutely. But you shouldn't get paid $10,000 every service. Come on now. That's weird to me. I don't stand with that. I do not stand with that at all. Yeah, it's weird, y'all. When I tell y'all gonna see a lot of these prophets and pastors and stuff that y'all love, y'all gonna see a lot of them fall in 2026. A lot of them. And those of you all who give your money to people like it means your money's cursed. Okay? I'm being honest with you. You cannot bless what God is cursed, just like you can't curse what God is blessed. You better know the difference. Just because somebody can wear nice clothes and stuff, y'all, and they got a nice house and they drive cars, that don't mean God's on their life. Just because somebody can't pay their bill, they got an old car and they don't dress in the finest, that don't mean they're cursed. We are so conditioned in our mind and in our thinking to think more is better. Newer means blessed. No, not necessarily. Not necessarily. I don't care how many cars you got. Who do you help? Let's go there. Who do you help, boo? I don't care how many people you got in your church. Okay, so you got a mega church. You got over 200,000 people. Great for you. What do you do for the community? Whose rent has you paid? See, this is why I stand with Tyler Perry. And this is why people get mad at me. And I don't care. Because I know for a fact this man takes his money to help people buy houses, pay up mortgages, pay up taxes, pay food. During the SNAP cutoff, this man was buying groceries for families because he didn't want to see them starved. You know, don't tell me how many members you got and you ain't helping nobody. Big whoop. Don't tell me how many the latest car you done bought. You drive you a 2025. Good for you. I'm not knocking that. In the midst of you driving a 2025, how many homeless people have you bought a cup of coffee for? How many homeless people have you said, here's a wet nap, here's a sandwich? How many mothers with kids that you saw suffering did you go and buy groceries for and didn't tell nobody? You didn't want to publicize that. How many schools did you go to and say, look, here's some supplies. I don't know what classrooms need some, but here you go. How many churches did you go to and see the elderly and say, here's $20 for you. Here's $20 for you. Here's $20. See, don't tell me what you got if you ain't doing the services of God. I don't care about your car. I don't care about how nice your house is. How many people have you let come over and eat in that nice house? How many people have you bought clothes for? How many people have you seen sitting on the curb that's only got on a shirt and some socks, and you got 3 jackets in your car that you don't even wear, that you haven't passed out? See, so that don't impress me. How much money you got, how you get your hair done all the time, and you spend $300 and $400 on your hair, and all of this and stuff don't impress me. Good for you. And I know I'm different, and I stand on that, and I stand 10 toes down on it. What of it? What of it? I believe in helping people. I just do. Not everybody's like me, but I believe in helping people. It's my legacy. I'm never impressed with money. Because you know what our money is? A tree that has been transformed to have a value. That's it. And right now, they trying to make it to where money ain't even a thing. They want you to start using Bitcoin and all this and stuff. So they trying to take the money away from you so they can cut you off at any time. Y'all better wake up and smell the Maxwell. It's all want to go digital, baby. And it's bringing in the end of the world. Half of y'all keep ducking your head, don't want to hear that, but it's the truth. You better prepare yourself for the good and the bad. I'm not trying to make you feel sad. I want you to wake up and stop thinking things is sweet. The government wants to be in control of everything. Everything. They don't want you to breathe without them. At all. They don't want you to breathe. They don't want you to do nothing without them. If everything goes digital, don't you know one day they can do this and say, I don't like who you support politically. So, boop, and tap a button, and all your stuff is gone. Your money, your bank account, your housing, your medical, it's like you'll never exist. All of your stuff is gone. What you gonna do? How can you fight it? While y'all fighting each other and still trying to get, and I said this to preachers on Facebook. All the pastors and preachers who follow me, I made this post. I said, with the government changing everything and people losing stuff, as quick as a vapor. What are you doing to help people? Now, before that, I said, y'all, I see a closing down of such. So you all need to get the names of everybody belonging in your church. Create a bag for them for some food, because I see something happening and they're not going to get some food. Okay. I said, you need to have food ready for them where you can pass out bags of food and things like that. I said, I'm telling y'all now, you need a whole room to where you store and stock stuff for your people. I said, and some for the people around your church. Who knew that I was speaking of SNAP benefits? A lot of times when God gives me stuff, like me seeing things, he don't explain it. He just shows it to me and say it. And I do. Sometimes he'll say, this is going to shut down. And that's why I can tell y'all take your money from here, because that ain't going to work. It's going to shut, I had to give a prophecy word to a bishop this morning. God wouldn't let me let that rest. I had to talk to this bishop this morning about another bishop. And without saying everything I saw, I said enough. And this bishop screamed. He was like, oh, like that. He said, oh my goodness, you own it. Oh my God, you don't know how on point you are. I received this. He said, oh my goodness, this word is right. He said, this is on point. He said, oh my gosh. Oh my God. He has kept on. So I don't play with God, and I don't play with the gift that he's giving me. So I'm telling y'all now, be watchful. Okay? Watchful. There's another W. Be watchful. I'm telling you, as sure as I'm sitting here, that there will be some people of God that's got money that people know that's going to crush next year. They going to crumble. It's going to be so many things that's going to be exposed, my God, today. We need to pray now. And don't get caught up, y'all, in that mess. Should you sow seeds? Absolutely. Should you pay offering? Absolutely. It's whatever God, when it said whatever God tells you to pay. Okay, so that's all I'm gonna say about that. You know, it just is what it is. But that whole thing was messed up. Like I said, when I was in the chat, that day that Bishop Bernard Jordan came over there, him and Manasseh, I didn't feel it. I knew it was a bunch of foolishness. It was a bunch of fool-la-la. Shout out to that content creator. It was a bunch of fool-la-la. I didn't feel it in my spirit. I didn't Yeah, it just didn't set right with me, y'all. So I'm gonna tell you this. If it don't fit, don't force it. Just relax and let it go. Okay? If it don't fit, don't force it. Just relax and let it go. That's all I'm gonna say about it. Okay. You can pay your tithes. You know, now if you belong to a church and you getting fed at that church, then yes, pay your tithes at that church. Okay. Give your offerings or whatever. But just in case, wherever you feel a wind on a word, like something touch you, somebody teaching you something you don't know, and it just gets your mind going, or you be like, you know what? Yeah, you can sow a seed there. It's up to you though. It's your seed. But you need to sow it on fertile ground so it can come back to you. Some of y'all giving people money, they ain't bit more blessed than two rocks. They ain't got the man God gave a cat. And y'all be giving these people money and you wonder why your pocket is like a hole in it. It's like as soon as you get it, you go through it. Because you sowing on, you throwing your money in the wind, baby. You throwing your money in the wind. I'm just telling you. Watch where you sow your seed. Even some stores you shouldn't even go into. But you know what? Okay, let me talk to some of y'all. Some of y'all peoples. I love y'all. I do. But let me talk to some of y'all peoples. You know, some of y'all be like, I don't trust them church people. None of them. I ain't giving them none of my money. And I don't know what they're going to do with my money. And I don't know. Okay, well, sir, ma'am, sir. When you go to the store, whether it be, what's that, KB's, JC's, Kroger, K. Roger, I call it, Torjay, all the Walmart, all the other places, you don't know if that store, you don't know if them owners of them stores is supporting Illuminati or not, but you don't have a problem spending your money there. See, so don't keep using that. Just say you don't want to give to the church. You don't want to give to pastors. Okay, whatever. It's your money. I keep saying that. But don't come up with no fabulous lie. I don't know what they're going to do. You don't know what nobody's going to do with your money. Shoot, you don't even know what your bank is doing with your money. Hello. You don't even know what your bank is doing with it. You know how many banks have been sued, especially lately with class action lawsuits, because they have misrepresented money of their customers. When customers go to, take money out, it's not there because they done gamble with your money. So come on, y'all. You don't even know what they doing with your money. You don't even know what your company doing with your. Let me tell you what happened. I was working for Cousin Willie's Popcorn one day. Well, for a while. And the first time we got our paychecks, the money was there. So we went, all of us on our lunch break, to the store to go cash our checks. At this store, honey, you can get some good wings and your cash check all at the same time. A win-win free. Okay. So we would all get up in the car. We, one day I drive, one day somebody else drive, whatever. We, one paycheck time. So we went to get our cash checks. Our checks cash. And the store was like, we can't cash this. We all standing there looking at each other like, why not? Ain't no money in their bank. Excuse me? Excuse me. And I knew, the owner of the store long enough to know he wasn't going to lie. He said, see this right here? He showed us a whole printout and everything. And he got a big old sign up here. Do not take checks, cash checks for this company right here. There's no money in the bank. We couldn't get our checks cashed. We go back and we talking to our manager about it. Our manager's like, let me find out what's going on. They come talking about having us some papers talking about we're going to have to wait until 4:30 tomorrow, which was Friday, 4:30 tomorrow to get our checks cashed. Because that's when the money will be in the bank. Are you, what, huh? Excuse me? Yeah, it's time for me to leave because you give me my check, I'm going to cash it when I want to. How about that? How do you know I ain't got rent to pay? I can't feed my kids, and this check today is going to help me do all the above. And you telling me I got to hold on one more day? Then why'd you give it to me? Why'd you give it to me on a Thursday when I can't cash it till a Friday? Come to find out, the owners of the company were big gamblers, and they were gambling and losing the money. So you don't know what your company doing with your money. Just thank God you blessed enough to have a check. That's what you do. Stop taking things for granted. And those of you all who go to work and start trouble and you ain't never on time and you come back from break late, your days is numbered. You better straighten your act up. Because in this administration, they'll get rid of you if you blink 2 times. They told you to blink once. Stop thinking it can't happen to you. Yes, it can. Also, I just heard this. Those of you all who pay rent, I know your rent's high right now. Pay an extra $10 on that rent if you can. Pay something extra. If you can afford to do 20, do 20. Just pay a little extra. Even if you send it late, don't send it with your rent, okay? Just send it like after the rent gone and, it's a week later, it's gone, send a little extra 20 in. Okay? I'm just saying, I'm JS. I'm telling you now too, if you have a car payment, okay? If you can't negotiate the payment on your car, send an extra 5 in with that car payment. Now, I don't know why God is telling me to say this. I can't even lie to you because I don't lie on God. I don't know. But that's what he just said. Okay? So you might want to do that. Put yourself ahead and not behind. Some of y'all are going to get a reward from your landlord. Some of y'all, your landlord is going to have a conversation with you and it's going to drop your rent at least between $50 to $75. Seriously. Be looking out for that as well. Be looking out for that. Okay? Because the landlords is finally realizing that Trump took away Section 8. And those that's on a special program, like if you live in the projects or whatever, you only can be on there for 2 years. So what are they going to do? People losing jobs. Think about this. People losing jobs, even good jobs, nursing and all of that. People losing jobs. Section 8 is gone. You only can be on the HUD program or whatever it's called for 2 years. After that, you got to move. Where are they going to get their money from? Where are these landlords going to get their money from? See, it'd be one thing for Section 8 to end, the HUD thing to end in 2 years, on your 2 years, but people still had all these good paying jobs because they can get rid of you, get somebody that can pay the rent. But with everybody losing their jobs and this downsizing, these companies is closing and all this and stuff, baby, they want to keep you. It's cheaper to keep you. Especially if you're a good tenant, it's cheaper to work something out with you. So his money can keep coming in. IJS. Okay? Those of you got these little baby kids. Let me go here with you. You better take control over these kids and stop letting them tear up these people's places. You letting them write on the wall. You letting them turn the blinds up. They got holes in the door because they done got mad and kicked and you ain't did nothing. And oh Lord, why you got me saying this? Let me go here. Those of you women who got these lazy males laying up on you and not helping you, God forbid. We're going into 2026, boo-boo kitty. Want more for yourself. And God forbid if you got kids and they see that. Why is it important to have a body next to you, but the body ain't helping you with nothing? You can sit in the tub and get a wet one. You feel what I'm saying? Come on now. It's time to rethink. It's time to rethink. Seriously. Now, some of y'all, I can't help because you don't want nothing for yourself. You don't see, you know, you don't think nothing's wrong with you. Dysfunction is your life and it's your way of life. I can't help you. But those of you all who I can't help, I'm just want to tell you, you deserve more. You deserve better. But until you realize it, you're going to keep going in a cycle. That's all I'm going to say. I want to say this too, to King Jibes. There is nothing that you did that was wrong. You went on an assumption of what they told you, okay? They told you it was going to be about money. You went because you wanted to hear about money. Who wouldn't have? Shake it off, move on. Because when the chip fall, and baby, it's ready to fall like a deck of cards. Do you hear me? When the chip fall, you going to be the one that's going to escape. Hear me and hear me good. You will be the one that will escape. Okay? So don't let that, what you heard and all that and stuff, it just is what it is. Don't let that bother you. Don't let that get up under your skin. Don't let it bother you. Nothing of the sorts, okay? So anyway, y'all start thinking, start speaking positive. Let me tell you, let me give you this last bit of Proverbs right here. Everything has a name. Okay? Everything has a name. Everything has a name. When you claim something, it becomes yours. Some of y'all just gonna go over your head, and I understand that. Just baby. Yeah, just go and let it go over your head, boo boo kitty. Okay, just yeah. But some of y'all gonna hear what I'm saying. You gonna catch it. Even when I get out for her, you might say, "Oh, I get what she's saying." Okay, here we go. Everything has a name. When you speak something, when you call something in, it begins to develop. 2026, watch your mouth. I'm going to say that again. 2026, watch your mouth. Some of y'all have claimed to be poor, to be broke, all of the things, okay? Here's the thing. If you're going to say, let's just say in real life right now, your bank account is on the dollar, okay? The dollar needs a holler. You see me? On the dollar needs a holler, okay? Your bank account's on the dollar. If somebody say, you got any money? Girl, I'm broke. Man, I'm broke. You just call that in for you. Words carry power. Words build worlds, okay? Things have been spoken and it has been created, okay? Watch your words. Your words going to carry power, especially next year, okay? You have what you say. You have what you believe according to the principles of God. Now, he ain't going to give you nobody else's husband. He ain't going to give you nobody else's wife. Quit that. You can't speak it and it happen. God don't operate like that. So stop that. Okay? But if you so happen to be temporary low on funds, that's what you say. Girl, you got $5. Girl, I'm temporary low on funds, honey. Man, you got $10 you can give me? Not at this time, bro. My bank account's filling up slowly. You got to change your words. Change how you see things. I know y'all think it's a bunch of crap, and you know, it is what it is. That's right, Catherine. Watch your words. Absolutely. Words carry power. Words build worlds. Let me tell you something. The first example we had of it is Genesis 1. God spoke. God said. God said. God said. And then he said, go look at Genesis first chapter. God said. God said. He spoke. Words carry power. Words create worlds. It's not my diabetes. I ain't got no diabetes, which I don't. I really don't. But I'm just using it for example. My high blood pressure. I ain't got no high blood pressure. It don't belong to me. That high blood pressure, that diabetes. And I know it sounds weird because we used to claiming stuff like it. And some of y'all saying to yourself, girl, it don't do nothing. Okay, well, you keep speaking the way that you are. And those that's listening, once they change their speech and they life begin to line up better, don't get mad at us because I ain't giving you none of my blessings at all. You heard me? Anywho, let me see. In 2026, watch it. Right. Death and life and the power of the tongue. Baby. Just being me. What's up, just being me? Hey, boo. Words have a meaning. Don't speak bad into existence. Only speak. Come on, Charlie. I know that's right, boo. I know that's right. So, yeah. That's all I'm saying. I'm just reminding y'all. Let your words line up with your future. Your shall be. God sees us in our shall be, not as we are. He sees us in our shall be. And if you have not given your life to Christ, next year, please do it. Preferably in January. Okay, preferably this year. Okay. We got a church that's still baptized, and some churches will baptize you even if they ain't having no service. They'll say, come on, let me baptize you in Jesus' name. Okay. Give your life to Christ. Can't y'all see how things is lining up? It's gonna get worse out here, y'all. Only those who support Christ and Christ's own is gonna make it. And that's the truth. Y'all gonna see people that once was, let's just say, a thousandaire. Okay. Because I told the Lord, I told God, I know you said, millionaire status is on my life and I get it, but can you make me a thousandaire first? I'll take them 100,000s and 400. I'll take them. I'll go ahead and do something with that, But can you understand, y'all, that there would be people who once upon a time, y'all gonna look at these people and you're gonna say, dang, what happened to them? How they go from having that big old house and all four of them cars and blah, 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 and now they living in an apartment and blah, blah, blah. Because you know why? I'm telling y'all, it's best to know God and him know you than to need him and he don't know you. I'm so serious. Y'all know I stand on the principles over here. Am I perfect? Nope. I question him all the time why he chose me. I'm like, because, I don't really, I don't, I don't care about a lot of things. I really don't. I don't care about a lot of things. If y'all knew how much I didn't care about stuff, y'all would be asking God yourself, how you choose her? I don't. I have that thing in me that's just like, yeah, okay, whatever. And I go on about my business, but the one thing I do care about is the man upstairs. My heart is for him and his people. Okay, so I'm just saying, y'all, don't idolize people. Watch where you spend your money. Watch where you put your money. Watch who you let in your house. That's very important as of this year coming up. Okay. Seriously, there are a lot of people that have these demonic spirits on them, y'all, and they come with a smiling face. It's the snake mentality that's in operation. And these people, once they gain access in your home, they can actually leave stuff around your house that'll cause division, chaos, and confusion. And that's something you don't need for 2026. Okay. So be careful. I don't care if they're family members. If you pick up a spirit on them, okay. And what I mean by that, you'll get a pause first. You'll be like, don't let them in your house. Say, wait right here. I'll be back. I don't care if it's mama, daddy, cousin, uncle. I don't care. Wait right here. Also, get you all some olive oregano. You can make your oil of oregano spray because they do have the liquid or oil of oregano. Okay, I take it in capsules, but what I'm going to tell you, you can actually get it in the spray. Get you some oil of oregano, mix it with some warm water, and sometimes you can also mix it with some carrier oil and put it in the spray bottle and spray around your house. Spray your doorknobs. Spray everywhere somebody go, like bathrooms and stuff like that. You can spray it on your porch. Spray your stuff down. One, oil of oregano kills germs. Okay, it's the most powerful natural herbal substance you can take to kill a virus or a germ, things of that nature. So you want to get that and do that with it, okay? All right. Let's see, Proverbs 127, except the Lord keep the city, the watchman work it, but in vain. What you said now. So, yeah, y'all want to do that. And let me say this. There will be a lot of marriages taking place next year. I'm getting married next year, okay? There will be a lot of marriages taking place next year. If you know that you're not really at a position, you want to be married, but you know you're not at a real position to get married at this time, start working on yourself. Start working on yourself. Become the woman that you want to be. There's no such thing as you can't. Yes, you can. Men, if you know you want to be a husband, but you're not quite there, become the man you want to be. Some of y'all need to really go to counseling. You do. You need therapy. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with therapy at all, okay? Matter of fact, it shows me how dedicated you are to yourself, self-care, if you go to therapy because you know you need it, okay? You might just need to talk out some things. You don't mean you crazy or nothing like that, but even if you are, so get some help, okay? Even if you don't do nothing but go twice a month, once a month. Everybody can't afford to go every week. So just start something, okay? You deserve the best life you can do. Live your best life, okay? This is the only life we have on this side. The only one. Stay away from chaos demons because they're going to be exposed this year. Trust me. It's a hard thing going to happen to people that do nothing but keep up a bunch of chaos. Something real bad gonna happen to them next year. Okay. So stay away from them. Stay away from them if you can. I don't invite people in my space that keep up problems. I don't want to be around it. Don't want to hear it. Don't want to have nothing to do with it. It's not entertaining. None of the things. Okay. It's just not. And people can say what they want. You thank you. Okay. I told you I'll be whatever you want me to be. Okay. I'll be whatever you want me to be. But don't get mad at me because I have a standard. I do. I have a standard. You think you better than everybody. Okay, thank you. What am I supposed to do? I don't get it. I'm okay if I talk down on myself and bad about myself. But if I talk up on myself and say I have a standard and I carry myself at a certain level, then people got a problem with it. I don't care. Do not care. Boo-boo. Okay? And you shouldn't either. Do something for yourself for the month of January. Okay? Do something for yourself. If you haven't got a pedicure in a while, go get one. If you haven't got a manicure in a while, go get one. If you haven't got a massage, if you can find an authentic massage place, go get you one. If you have not just went and had dinner with yourself, or lunch with yourself, I went out and, get you a journal. Thank you, God. Get you a journal. Okay. Even men can journal. That's not a woman thing. That's a person thing. Men can journal. Because what you need to do is write down in your journal every day and go back within 14 days and look at what you wrote. Are you better or worse? Are you better or worse? So get you a journal. Okay. Yes, honey. I know that's right, Catherine. And he will. He will. Don't let nobody talk you out of that. Because a lot of people, they'll talk you out of there, honey. They'll be like, girl, why? You don't need, And that's why the Bible is very clear. It said, he that findeth a what? Wife, not a woman. You know why? Because not all women are wife material. And not all women are wives. And not all women want to be wives. So he that find a wife, it means she has attributes, her thinking, all the things is that of a wife. Okay? He that find a wife, find it Oh Lord, I used to have it straight on my tongue and obtain favor from the Lord. Okay. So I used to tell my husband all the time, you better get your favor. Cause I'm his favor. You better get your favor, boo. But get you a journal and journal your everyday. And those of you all who just focus all the time on your children, hear me, hear my heart when I say this. Children grow up and become their own individual situation. No matter what you put in them, sometimes these kids grow up and forget they got a parent. They go out here and live their life and get influenced and do what they feel like they're big and bad enough to do and everything. And you done gave these people all your life. Okay. So what I'm saying to you is not to be a parent. Absolutely be the best one you can be, but never neglect you for the facts of a kid. When you know you've done what you're supposed to do, like they fed, they clothed, you spend quality time with them, you know all the things are the things. Okay, then there's nothing wrong with focusing on you. Okay, before you know it, those of you all who just all you do is focus on your kids, they grown and gone, and now you don't know what to do with yourself. You don't know how to live. You don't know what to do because you so focused on them. In the midst of that, if it's nothing but an hour, carve out some time for you. And within that hour, if you don't do nothing but sit and watch a movie, sit and eat popcorn. If that's what you want to do, then do it. I know that's right. Your ignore game gonna be on 100. Okay. Okay. And all these women who doing that, Catherine, I don't get it, baby. I don't get these women that's proposing to men. That's so backwards, but whatever works for you. I guess that's how some of them gonna always get a man. They'll have to propose. If that's the way that's got to go down, I don't want it because God didn't promise me that. I'm standing on His principles, standing on His principles at all times. But anyway, y'all, I just wanted to say that I love y'all over here. I really do. I hope I didn't offend anybody, but I don't take nothing back that I said. Okay, I just don't. And yeah. Let me see. I have to take care of myself. Come on, Charlie. Honey, just read my book. That's my boo, okay? That is my boo. I think she got some content over y'all when she was cooking and stuff. So just in case y'all go over there when y'all not doing nothing. And if I can get y'all to pull up one of my videos and just let it play in your background a little bit, y'all, at least for 20 minutes, I think it is, and everything, because I'm trying to get these extra hours up to get my memberships. Evidently, I'm short on hours for my memberships, which I think is a bunch of crap. But nevertheless, it is what it is. Everybody got Everybody got their own way, that they want to do something, and they keep moving the goalposts. Okay, uh, I hate this chair. I gotta order me another chair. Yeah, I can't do this chair no more. I'll be sitting here and it go down to the ground like it just did again. I can't stand that chair. Uh, so yeah, I just found out that when I be singing on her with this music, my voice is behind the music. That's annoying as heck. I didn't know that. I just found that out. I went back and listened to one of my videos a little bit, and I was like, "Hey, my voice is behind it." Let me see what you saying, boo. Let me see. I had that playlist playing so much I forgot it was here playing. Thank you, boo. I appreciate you for real, real. Oh my gosh, it's funny. Uh, Let me see. Hold on. I want to encourage your hearts. Hold on. Okay. I love you too, I love you too, sissy. Thank you. Takes one to know, boy. Holy, holy, thou art holy.